about you? What do you stand for? What's your brand? Do people want to follow you? Are you someone worth following? Would someone want your life? Do they see you working hard, or do they see you working casually? Like Guillermo said yesterday, are you the person that's always walking slow, or you're always walking fast? Are you always bringing in guests? Are you always standing up because you helped a family out? What kind of marriage are you in? What kind of relationship are you in? What do other people think about you? What are your family values? Do you think that's important? Yes. Absolutely. Because remember, we're in a business of attracting people. That's why it's so important that the person that you portray is somebody that other people want to follow. So I want to kind of show you a little bit about my social media page. So ever since we had a convention, it was at convention, yes, I believe at convention. Ever since we had that convention, Ed Milet said, hey, we're in a new era. You need to start branding yourself. And some of us started becoming a little bit more active on that, and some of us haven't taken advantage of that. So I want you to see what I brand myself as. I brand myself as somebody that you can have it all. Because remember, you are the creator of your future. You are the creator of your life. What you do is what's going to get you in the future. Your work habits, your work ethic, all of that is going to dictate how your future is going to be. So what's my number one thing? My number one thing is family. If you look at my social media page, I'm a little diverse. Yeah, maybe sometimes I'm a little bit too much family, sometimes I'm not, but it's very diverse. If you look on there, you'll see that I'm big on family. I want to be able to attract somebody that family is important to them. So I'm constantly posting different pictures. We just went to, we took the team out to Paris, and this is Mr. and Mrs. Haro. I'm constantly putting my number ones up there. These are my boys. These are the reason why we work hard. This is why when we've been working hard really late at night and we drive up, like, man, it's so worth it because I know the type of life I'm gonna be able to give these boys. Valentina and Tiger, Valentino, we call him Tiger. Maximiliano, we call him Mac. There is nothing, as a parent, there is nothing more fulfilling than seeing the smiles on your kid's face. And there's the brother love. And this is my husband convincing me that we don't need to have any girls, because I always wanted a little girl. He goes, no, 2 boys are good. See, if we have a little girl, you will no longer be the only queen in the house. Oh. So I said, okay. So this right here is my dad. This is the reason why I'm here today. This is my hero. This is why we fight. I think family is so important. I want to tell you that it was maybe a few weeks ago, several weeks ago, one of my sisters was feeling down, and I said, you know what? One of the things when I moved to Southern California was I was going to miss being able to be so close to my family. And Guillermo said, no, you can always take a Southwest flight. Okay, so what was it, 4 or 5 weeks ago, one of my sisters was feeling very emotionally down, a lot of things that she was going through, and she called me and she was crying, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna book a flight. She goes, when? I said, right now. I said, I have my 2 nannies here. That's why we work hard, to be able to afford 2 nannies that help out when we need help. And she goes, you serious, you're gonna come? I said, yeah. I called Southwest, $450, booked my flight, went over there and came back the next morning, and I spent the entire day and we had a blast. It's just awesome to be able to do these kind of things. And then, if it wasn't for these 2 women, my life wouldn't function in WFG. Because they take care of the home front. This is Saba and Mimi. They're not like family, they are family. They're my nannies. They're the ones that are taking care of my kids right now. And then if it wasn't for thing number 1, Sandra Espinoza, you know that none of this here would be possible. And then we have our new addition, thing number 2, Cynthia. I want to tell you that it's also important, so I portray that on social media. It's also important that you talk about business on social media. So what are some of the things I constantly post? If you look, you know, I'm constantly posting when I'm having lunches or dinners with certain people, so that it attracts. Let me tell you, after I've been doing a lot of this, I've gotten several recruits. I've gotten maybe 10 different apps because people call me, Angelica, what are you doing? Man, I don't even need to ask how you're doing because I can see how you're doing. You know, you need to be active on social media. You can attract people that way. People need to see that you're having a life that they want. This is us still field training. This is G field training, one of our newest directs. This is me posting videos, helping one of my guys with his business plan. We recently recruited this lady right here, came into our business because she said she looked up WFG and then she looked me up. She said, I went on your social media page. She's a journalist and the other one's a doctor. She goes, I went on your social media page. Right before I sat down with you, I knew everything about you. So she knew what I was all about. I said, perfect, so you're here because you're gonna get started then, right? You like what you saw, so, and sure enough, this is a lady that's gonna bring us a Spanish market. We recently did a home BPM for maybe 10 business owners. They're all Spanish speaking, and don't think it's those Spanish speakers that can only afford a $10 term. They're all, you know, pretty loaded people. So that's what social media brought us. Then this is me training. Hey, when my husband's out, I gotta boss up. Right. Yes, I'm capable of training too. Yeah. This is when JR and his team came down to our house. We had a mentoring session. I took a picture. It was crazy. That's our home. You can see all the cars of all their associates all down the hill. This is me working at the office, and then I talk a little bit about fitness. I think it's important to have fitness in your life. You know what? When I work out, it gives me energy. If I wake up sometimes a little moody because I wasn't able to sleep, I go to the gym, work out, man, I feel fired up. I'm excited. And then I can cheat eat a little bit if I wanted to. I typically don't, but it says have discipline in all areas of your life. I work out by myself, I work out with my spouse, I work out with my assistant, I work out with my son. We make it a part of our life. Faith, family, finance, fitness, fun, yes, you can have it all. Okay? Then, I constantly show the fun life. I want to show, wow, I forgot to put this in here. This right here was my pay stub when I was 15 years old. Yep, I lied about my age, I was able to work. So I was 15 years old, can you believe that? Every 2 weeks I get paid $81. Dang. Every 2 weeks, $81, and a part of that went back into my parents' household because we had to help pay for some of the bills. This is the apartment I grew up in. It's a 5-bedroom apartment. Wow. I don't think they knew 13 people were living there. But all 13 of us were living in this 5-bedroom apartment. That's the front yard that we played in and we grew up in, and look at now. That's the home we live in now. That's right. This right here was my first birthday. My first birthday, look at the kind of parties that we had. Look at the grass in the background. There's no grass, it's dirt. Okay, but my parents couldn't afford much. And it's been such a blessing. Like, look at the type of parties we can have for our kids now. You gotta have vision. You gotta be a visionary, and you gotta believe, and you gotta work hard because things can happen. What you put your mind to can happen. So these are the type of parties that we throw for our kids. We travel the world, Saint-Tropez. I got my husband into champagne. Everybody knows I love champagne. This is him drinking in Saint-Tropez. These are pictures that you see in a postcard, but that's really him. It's so awesome. This is in Monte Carlo. The Arc of Triumph. This is the little island that WFG rented out for us. Going to Sydney, Australia. You know, I've never been to a zoo that the background is a city. It's kind of crazy, pretty awesome. Then Guillermo's always about courting me. He said, when he married me, I promised to continue to court you and make sure that you're continued falling in love with me. And this is what, we went out to a Laker game. We got front row seats to a Laker game. He got to play the Staples Center. This is him. He wanted to be a basketball player, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. But guess what? He still was able to play on the same grounds as Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, other famous basketball players. Are you kidding me? He was able to take WFG Associates, Team Conquer Associates, to also fulfill that type of dream. So it's not only about fulfilling our dreams, but it's about fulfilling other people's dreams too. This is him. This is Game 7 of the World Series. Obviously, those smiles are before we knew they lost. But remember that morning, these are the type of things that you can do. I remember that morning, Guillermo said, babe. I said, what? He goes, we're going to the World Series, Game 7. I said, oh, who got us tickets? He goes, nobody. Get online and book us some tickets. I said, do you know how much they cost? He goes, yeah. All right, so $25,000 we got 2 front row seat tickets. So it's just kind of awesome, the type of things that you can do. Don't get me wrong. We're all about saving, but when you want to do something, guess what? The saving is this big, so when you take a little bit out, it doesn't really matter. Not too long ago, I think Guillermo, hopefully I'm not taking his thunder, not too long ago, Guillermo, we were laying in bed one night, he goes, babe, my mom's car is kind of old. I think I'm going to go buy her a new car. I said, okay. So the next morning I went to the gym and he had to go do his own thing, and I'm at the office and he's driving the afternoon. He calls me, he goes, guess what, babe? I said, what? He goes, I bought my mom a new car. Immediate, massive action. Yep. And then we took it to her and she almost fainted. You know? I want to talk to you guys about the future. What are some of the things that we want? It's funny, a lot of people look on Google, what is it that they want, generic stuff. G's been wanting the high-rise building. So we've been looking at this one in downtown LA. It's $6.8 million for like 4,000 square feet. Pretty nice. Are we gonna do it right now? I'm not sure. I said, okay, so I've been wanting a 2-story closet. Wow. So this is my we want a Laguna Beach home. So we've been looking at beach houses, okay? Are we gonna do it right now? Maybe not, but are we gonna do it in the future? Absolutely. This one's $20 million. It's pretty awesome, it's nice. He wants a modern home. I say the kids have to be a little big because I don't know that I can struggle and fight with you, because he said, no, don't touch this, don't touch that, don't touch this. And my little kids are wild, let me tell you. So it's pretty awesome. I'm constantly looking at these kind of things. These are some of the things that drive me. Now I know it's not all about the materialistic stuff. Let me kind of share a few things with you before I get off stage right here. Okay? These are the kind of conditions my siblings grew up in. We didn't have cameras, they couldn't afford that, so I couldn't take that picture. So I got this one off the internet. And one of my biggest things that I wanted to do, or I want to do, and I will do, is I want to take $1 million a year to go build 100 homes to these houses in San Miguel de Allende. There's these houses in these types of conditions, and I want to be able to give back to the country that gave birth to my husband and my dad, okay? So, 700 homes, each home is approximately $7,000. With $1 million, I can do more than 100 homes, and that's my goal, to do that every single year, okay? Then, I want to give back to the country. That gave me the American dream. Okay? I want to tell you that I'm so blessed. And anytime I see kids with cancer in all St. Jude, and that's why we contribute so much to them, but we're not contributing $1 million a year yet, and we will. Okay? So I want to do $1 million to that charity, the homes in Mexico, $1 million to St. Jude a year, because I feel like I'm a blessed mom, that my kids are healthy. If you're not a parent, you don't know. You don't know what it is and what a blessing it is that your kid is healthy. So I want to be able to contribute to that. Then my son, so it's $3 million in charity that I want to do per year, and that's why I'm working hard. That's why I continue to work. That's why we continue to continue to get the no's. That's why we continue to show up. Not only that, because we also want to change your lives. Our lives are pretty okay. But it's time that you guys get to the levels where you guys want to get. And the last charity that I want to give money to is this one. Is a video?
At Tuesday's One Arm Challenge, he took on the pros to raise money for his charity, Unlimited, which helps folks with limb differences.
He's been able to inspire a lot of people to believe that they can do a lot of things that they thought they otherwise would not.
People like Amanda Siski and her